Imagine you just checking your bank account only to discover that you have lost about 65,217 naira. Sounds impossible. Yes, it is possible, and it is happening to so many people. Ignorance can be costly. Let us do the math and you will understand, especially for some of you that are doubting me. Now, let us imagine that you have in the beginning of the year 500,000. You have been able to save, you have been able to gather 500,000, either your business or your salary, you are a salary earner, you have been paid and you have aggregated them. Over time, you have been able to save 500,000. And suddenly, the central bank comes up, or you are experiencing it, that the country is experiencing 15% inflation. That means for every of your 500,000 you have at that particular point in time, it is subject to 15% inflationary rate. Now you ask, what is inflation and how does it affect me? Inflation simply means rise in the cost of goods and services produced over time in a particular place. So it means for every of your 500,000 naira that you have saved, or you are keeping in one savings account or in one Kobo, as we will call it, it is losing 15% silently, and it is calculated this way. Your 500,000 that you have saved, that you have gathered, and you have refused to invest, or perhaps you don't know the channel of investment that you want to move it, and that is what we are going to be teaching you. You have this money, you don't know who to invest, you don't know who to trust, you have had your fingers burnt in several investment platforms. We have you covered. Just understand what I am showing you now. So you have gathered 500k, you have kept it either under the pillow at home or in a Kobo or in a savings account, and suddenly there is 15% inflationary rate, and it is calculated 1 plus R, which is the rate, that which is of course, which is the 15%, which is now 1.1.5. Now, this is what we have, 1.1.5, that is the inflation. Then you divide it by this, you'll be having approximately 434,782 naira and some fractions that you have there. So that means that after 1 year, or after the period you have come to check your account, you have recorded that you have only 434,782 naira. It simply means that your money has lost about 500,000. Yes, 500,000, of course, minus this rate, 432,482. So you have about 65,217 naira. You have lost it. So actually, when you look at your bank account, when you open your bank platform, when you go to your bank, the ledger, you see 500,000. So you assume that you are wealthy. Of course, these are just figures, but the actual thing is that you have lost 65,000, because the value that you have left in your account is 434,782 naira. If you deduct it, the differential will be giving you about 65,217 naira. That is actually the amount that has been stolen from your account silently. You didn't spend it. You didn't send it on an errand. You didn't give it as charity. You didn't pay it as tithe. You didn't even give it to the governor as your tax. This one was silently taken by inflation. So when you have such an amount at the bank and you are not trying to invest it in something that can be able to cover, to outnumber or overweigh this inflation, then you are making a big mistake. Sincerely, my dear friend, keeping your money in an idle savings account for a long time is a big financial mistake. Or perhaps putting your money in an investment or anywhere that is giving you less than the current inflationary rate is also another financial mistake. Even if you put your money in a savings account or an investment and they are giving you less than 15%, perhaps 10%, or they're giving you 13%, you still have a deficit of 5% or 2% to pay. So that is not a wise investment. So the question you are going to ask, what do I do? First and foremost, you need to look for an investment that will be able to firstly secure your money, ensure that your initial capital, your main money, is secured. Then secondly, is able to give you a return on investment that is better and is higher than the current inflationary rate. So these are the two things that you need to do. Remember, let me tell you that whether they call inflation headline inflation or they call it core inflation. My dear, inflation is inflation. That is just what it simply means, is that the cost of price and goods is going up. So whether headline or core, it is inflation. And whether you are in China, perhaps about 1.2, 1.3%, or whether you are in Germany, I think about 2.6, and whether you're in America, which is about 3.8%, whichever percentage of inflation the nation that you have found yourself is, know that this amount is silently taking away the total money you have in your bank account. So you need to look for an investment that will be able to protect your initial capital and also give you an edge over inflation of that city. Now we are coming with a wonderful package, an investment that can be able to protect your money and at the same time give you an edge over the current inflation of your area. And that is what we are presenting this time around. It is called real estate cashback. Real estate cashback, it's an investment window where a group of intelligent people, they come together to pool resources and they invest in landed property, they build, and after the building and the sales, your money is returned to you after 12 months. And you are paid for the usage of your capital, and at the same time you are giving a returns on your investment and your capital is returned. And this month of June, the amount of returns on investment is 35%. Amazing. Yes, 35% is what will be given back to you for usage of your capital. So your capital is paid plus the 35%, and it doesn't end there. There are also other incentives that will be given to you just to appreciate you for investing. So the minimum is 1 million to 100 million attracts 35% returns on investments. So 100 million out to 1 billion, that is about 37% for just 12 months. Instead of keeping your money in a savings account or an investment that is giving you less than that, why don't you bring your money to real estate cashback, and your money is secured. You are ahead of inflationary rates, and you are rest assured that at the end of the day, you are smiling back to the bank. And it doesn't end there. There is something called the black tax. That black tax is the money you spend every now and then helping loved ones. You are paying for school fees, you are taking care of hospital bills and every other thing. From this real estate cashback returns, you can use it to deal with the black tax syndrome. As Abela said, black tax is the money that you will give out. We in Africa here, we spend a lot to help our loved ones because we are communal. So we spend a lot. So you can decide, okay, this money that I am making, I want to look for a strategy, a system, a structure that can be taking care of these payments: house rent, school fees, emergencies, contingencies, hospital bills. You want to buy a new car, or you want to relocate, or you want to shift from where you are living. So that is part of the black tax. And the money you make here, you can use it to clear that bill. It is awesome. It is strategic. It is very, very intentional. Wealth building is intentional, and that is what we are doing here for you. We are breaking it down. I have been a participant. I am participating. It is not just theory. I have been doing this cashback for over 5 years, and I've used it to settle bills. God has helped me to use it to settle bills as much as He has given me the strength, and I want you to try it. It will not fail you. The people anchoring this, they are well registered with SEC, they are registered with CAC, and they have been in this business for over 7 years. They are seasoned. They are people of character, they are people of integrity, and I know that you will be glad that you took this opportunity. Our number is there. I want you to call me. I want you to DM me. I want you to like. I want you to share with people who are having issues with settling the black tax, and I want you to come on board. And I want you to comment. If you are just seeing this video for the first time, I want you to equally subscribe. It is Wealth Portfolio Builder. Here we teach you how to make money, how to manage money, and how to multiply money legitimately. Keep showing up. You never know when we'll come up with quality video like this that will blow your mind. Ensure you don't leave your money where inflation is eating it. Come do business with us. Come and invest in cashback. God bless you. See you at the top. Remain at the top. Bye.